This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It is Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie. It's your Tuesday podcast, and we're talking about crime today.
Oh, my God.
My gosh, Whipper, that jacket. Unbelievable, and you should be arrested.
I like the jacket.
Just come off a 20-year
Who is your favourite, rod or gun?
It's not rod and gun, mate.
Very sweet. I like the leather patches. Oh.
No, it's not, Kate. I don't know where the jacket's from. This is not a crime, so you haven't witnessed a crime.
Reporting a crime, though, it's pretty full on in your life. When you jump on the blower and go 000, your heart's racing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Should
You're
you get
like,
involved?
oh my God.
Should you not?
Did you call the police about the crotch of your underpants continuously being removed?
No, because I know who that is.
Who was it? Oh, the dog.
Give me an A. Give me an A.
Annie the dog. Now, there's a crime.
Okay, we're talking about reporting a crime that wasn't actually a crime in the podcast.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How about this one? A man has declared his workplace sexist because he's expected to wear a suit and a tie into his job every day. And he's been told that due to his profession, which is not stated in the article, that he's not allowed to wear shorts.
What do we think he does?
Oh, he's probably an accountant.
So
Possibly for a larger firm, or
Well, yeah, this has been tradition for a very long time to impress clients. I suppose if you do have clients and you have to impress them, you've got to dress up, don't you?
You know what? He said, if girls are allowed to wear skirts in the office, why the hell can't I wear shorts? I'm sweating it up, guys, and I don't want to be in these pants anymore. How good does the jacket and tie and shorts with the socks look?
I like it.
in summer, it does scream fun, doesn't it?
Yes. All you need to do if you're a bus driver is throw a tie and a jacket on and you're ready to go.
Yeah, but that is different. That's different. And also, this is when you say shorts. There's very that does encompass a lot of varying degrees of shortiness.
Yeah.
Like, are we talking about okanuis? Are we talking about drawstrings? I think that it needs to be very clear. I think if men want to wear a tailored short,
dress shorts, yes, with
you
the
can-
roll up.
and bus drivers can get away with shorts because they have long.
Yes, they can.
They have long socks as well.
They're beautiful long socks. And I don't think you would ever do jacket, tie, tailored short without a long sock.
Well, some would.
You'd
Men don't wear
go a
socks.
boat shoe. You'd go a boat shoe.
I'd go a brogue, or maybe
a Todd.
I'd wear a Todd. Yeah, I'd wear some sort of fresh summer feel.
Do you wear invisible socks that aren't invisible? They're never invisible.
Sometimes,
Yeah, they're tough, aren't they?
sometimes depending on the wheel.
I do. You know what? I think to ourselves how blessed we are that we can rock up to work, and
It's
we're
extraordinary.
we are in a workplace where we can wear shorts in summer.
And trainers.
And I know
Like,
you're not
nothing.
happy with it, Kate. Sometimes
You wearing shorts?
I wear cut-off shorts.
And I wear quite
They're
often
shorty
just
shorts.
Euro togs. I'll be ready, so ready for the beach. I'll just be here.
No,
in a
what's
pair
the
of-
ones that you wear that Jay-Z
What
wears?
are you talking about?
What?
Tommy, what are they called?
Vanilla Brickman.
No, Villabrickman.
What are they?
Oh,
It's
sorry.
just a brand of shorts, mate. There's no big deal. It's just
They're very expensive.
they're like
$600.
They
they're
are the
like
ones-
Okanuis.
They're not like
yes,
Okanuis.
they are. They're like
You know
a
what they
Quicksilver
are?
short.
You know those? They are beautiful stores, and they're all lit up, and it's all white in there, and they do dads and sons matching shorts, and the prints are. I love the prints.
It's not meant to be an attack on me, but go on.
What's that other brand? That Tom Orley. They do a similar thing where they print Bondi on your board shorts,
And they have like a picture of the beach, you mean?
and they're hundreds of dollars.
It's wild, isn't it? You'd never do it. You're mad if
Well,
you
you've
do
got
that.
about 3 pairs.
No, they were given to me.
Yeah, well, that's
They were
okay as
given
a
to
special
me.
gift because you'd
Yeah.
never splash out
No,
like that
you wouldn't do that.
yourself.
It'd be like wearing Chanel shoes in here, Kate Ritchie. You just never would, unless you bought fakes in Cabramatta. Nicole, hello.
Hey guys, how
Hi,
you going?
Nicole.
Talking about getting things banned at your workplace, what did you have, Nicole?
Well, we worked for a really small company for ages, and we used to be able to bring dogs and pets and stuff into work. So, you know, you had the odd goldfish or whatever on the desk, but we used to be able to bring our dogs in.
Yeah.
And that was all good, and everyone loved the dog for ages until the CEO turned up one day, and the dog took a liking to the CEO a bit too much.
Oh, humped his leg. or weed on it.
Yep. Her leg, actually. So the email
Yes.
that went out the next day was that dogs weren't allowed in the office anymore.
Do you know
I
what?
see that.
I reckon they're a distraction.
Dogs in the office, discuss.
No, yeah, fair call. I love it. But there's been a few conversations between this team because there's quite a few employees that bring their dogs in.
I just don't think it's necessary. I nearly lost my mind the other day. Sorry, not lost my mind. I nearly lost my balance tripping over a dog lead as a dog ran across the front
Alicia's
of me.
dog?
No,
Yeah.
that was connected to Tom.
And I thought, if I had kicked that lead, that dog would have gone flying across the office by the neck.
Yeah,
And then there was another one that ran in the other day.
Stanley, the Cocker Spaniel. Abby brought Stanley in
What's it doing at work?
to show me because I have a Cocker Spaniel, and so we're now in a Cocker Spaniel club.
And by the way, any time you want to bring up a topic and say discuss means you don't like dogs in the office.
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to your dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Can we do some dumb criminals?
You've been hit by a dumb criminal.
Gold Coast man was left red-faced after police officers received an anonymous tip that he was supplying illegal drugs. They went to his home, found large quantities of marijuana inside a safe. The man denied it. Oh, that's not mine. That belongs to somebody else. They went through his phone, and there was a video of him posing suggestively in front of a mirror with the stash of marijuana in full view. Police were left in hysterics, saying that the man produced the majority of the evidence, produced, directed, starred in, and then screened
Wow,
it.
he's done it.
A Scottish shoplifter, Aaron Morrison. He might be one of the most stupid thieves in history after stealing a bottle of vodka down his pants from a liquor store.
Good.
On the way out, he fell in love with the shop clerk and he decided to flirt. He eventually gave her his name and number, and as he left, someone informed them that he stole a bottle of vodka. They went back through the vision and they had his name
It's all
and
right,
number.
we got his details, guys.
Hit by a dumb criminal.
Here in Sydney, this happened a few years ago actually, but a thief, a guy was at a red light. His name was Brad McDonald, and he had a couple of bags in his front seat. And a guy at the red light, he had his window down. A guy just ran past, went and grabbed inside. He had two choices of a bag. I think he was going for one that he thought that was quite lucrative. Picked the wrong bag though, because he took it, ran off. Brad ran after him, couldn't catch him. Thing is, Brad McDonald is a snake catcher.
Are you kidding me?
He caught a snake in Pyrmont. He was about to take it out to one of the zoos.
Brad.
And the bloke was the thief, 180 centimetres, wearing a red sloppy Joe and long dark pants, was last seen screaming towards a department of a housing block as he opened it up. And this one you'll have a bit of a laugh at as well. A bloke over in the US has just been arrested after he was drag racing an ambulance that was attending an emergency. Took off from the lights. The ambulance went around him, and he went to his mate, you know what? Let's see if we can drag the ambulance.
I reckon I can take that. I'm going to take the
hit
elbow.
by a dumb criminal.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Mate, when you see a massive crime, your heart must race, and then you think to yourself, what have I done? What have I come across here?
Yeah, what should I do?
What should I do?
Do I get involved? Because I know in this day and age they encourage people
Don't get involved.
people tend not to get involved.
Well,
Didn't BJ see a crime once?
Well, she's seen a few around the Balmain area, and that's just kids
In the
stealing
bedroom?
stuff or Oh no, not in the bedroom. No, she actually chased a group of kids that were vandalising the area. Kate
Oh.
chased them around the corner, and you would not believe who was around the corner. A couple of police officers.
How good's
Oh,
that?
like a movie.
They got nabbed.
It's like
Yep.
she rounded them up.
And she said, "Yep, I just saw them. They were just ripping out pot plants and throwing them all over the road."
Now
Lenny,
get 'em,
get
boys.
back in the car.
That was an actual crime. So this one's over in the UK, and this is a mass killing.
A what? A masculine?
Like it was
A mass killing.
Oh.
two dog walkers with their dogs. They've walked past a building and walked past a glassed room and looked in, and there were bodies everywhere.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What time in the morning?
So this is like 8 o'clock in the morning. Kate, there were candles everywhere. It looked like a cult, and everyone was past.
Like Waco or something.
They were freaking out. What do we do? What do we do? Straight onto their mobile phones, rang the police. There has been a mass killing in the English coastal resort of Chapel Street, Leonards it was.
Oh, my God.
Cops have rocked up. There's cops everywhere. Sirens, stay back, everybody, stay back. And as they've come in and they've kicked the door in, everyone in the yoga classes got up.
Oh, God. Okay.
They were doing
I mean, yoga can be quite a crime scene if you're not doing it
the
right.
yoga teacher said they were all participating in a beautiful, deep relaxation, and it could have never ran through our minds that it could have been taken this
Did
way.
they not look and think everybody is dressed the same? They're wearing activewear and they're on a mat and they're lying down.
Well, maybe you're not looking at the details. Maybe the glass on the windows, it had sun hitting. They were a bit murky, and they had two dogs to kind of wrangle as well.
And candles. There's candles. It didn't look like a cult situation.
Sure, but before you declare there's been a mass killing in a warehouse, I reckon you're going to go up to the window and just maybe scratch it a little bit, possibly knock on the door, or yell out, "Everyone all right in there?"
No, but what if the killer is still in there?
And you're next.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hadn't thought about that.
Call for
Richie, I would have
help.
been hopeless at a crime.
I mean, 13, 20, 14 get involved if you reported a crime that wasn't actually a crime. Kimberly in Mortdale, what happened to you, Kim?
Okay, so this is actually really funny compared to that last story. But I
Had some feedback.
I have got a subscription to a HelloFresh subscription, and I was waiting for my groceries to come, and it didn't come, but it said that it arrived.
Yeah.
So I got really upset, hard-earned money gone, and because I live in an apartment block, so I thought someone stole it,
Of course.
that's part of the, the fear factor there that I live amongst criminals, and someone actually stole my thing. So I called the police, and they came through. I actually got a report ticket, a police report and everything, and they said, look, it will take 24 hours to 48 hours to check out the CCTV.
Someone's stolen the chicken fillets.
Yeah, someone's nicked me HelloFresh.
Please do. And so they went ahead, and I was still pretty upset throughout the day. And then come to like 6 o'clock, I get a buzz on my apartment. And there's this gentleman saying, "Hey, are you Kimberly Paz?" And I'm like, yes, I am. I've got your box here. I think I've got the wrong HelloFresh box, and I think it's yours. And so basically it just got dropped off the other side of the apartment.
So you're right.
But I made a big scene throughout the day. And
A lot funnier than Fitzy's story.
Do you go back to the cops?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, good work.
Yes, I did.
They're
And the
very
lady
busy.
cop- Yeah, the lady cop said, look, it happens and you paid for it, so...
Well, the right
yeah,
thing to do would have been to just whip up that chicken dish in about 22 minutes. You had all the
Yeah, I was
parts
actually
there.
worried about the chicken,
Invited the
like-
police over for dinner.
There
just
would
to
have
say
been a
sorry about
moment
that.
where Kim sat on the couch with her beef strog and went, you know what? We all laugh about this one day.
Oh, won't we?
Oh, I know. And what
So
an
much
awful
fun.
day she'd had. She was so worried about
I
it
know,
all
God.
day.
Busy day, Kim. Busy
Well,
day.
it's not a mass killing, but it's a great story, Kim. Claudia's given us a call from Bondi. Did you report a crime, Claudia?
I did, but it was when I lived in Epping on the corner of Norfolk and Chester Street. We were saying goodbye to my brother at the airport, and he had to get there like 4 or 5 hours early. Realised that when he went to check in, he didn't have his passport. Mum goes, right, you're the fastest. You go straight back. I went straight down the highway to Epping.
Yeah.
I was so flattered. I knew exactly where his passport was. I went to look in the house, but the door was open and someone was in the house, and I had realised there was a dodgy-looking tradie ute out the front.
Yeah.
And I suddenly just shacked myself, and instead of calling Mum, I knew what to do, just call the police.
Yes.
Except the police in the area, there was an unmarked squad car because it went out to all police, and I had kind of jumped to conclusions and said home invasion and said all the wrong things. Anyway, an unmarked car arrived 4 uniformed people get out, threw their pistols, go straight through the family home, and they held up the poor painter that was halfway up the ladder.
Awesome.
Now, listening to this morning, there will be a painter out there that knows this story firsthand, and 4 cops who were involved in this massive standoff, and the guy thought it was a joke, and he was like, they're like, drop your paintbrush and put your hands up, and he was joking.
That's the wrong
thing
colour.
was horrendous. The whole thing was terrible.
Oh, what a story.
So who organised the painter, Claude? Did Mum?
My mum, and then I told her, and she said, why didn't you just call me? I would have told you that I had a painter in the house.
Oh, my God, the poor painter's face down on the
terrible.
floor now. He's been cuffed.
I should always tell you when the painters are in.
That is such a good... Can we give Claude something for that? That was a great story. You're going to Taronga. I'm going to take you to the Taronga Harbour View Cinema. You can go take the kids to that one, Claude. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you.
Great.
That is
I guess it's better to be safe than sorry.
Great story, Claudia. All right.
Keep your calls coming. Hudson in Lilyfield. You thought you saw something that was going wrong, but what happened, Hudson?
It was about midnight, and I was with about 6 of my mates, and we were walking under the Gladesville Bridge.
Yeah.
And one of them looked up and screamed, thinking there was someone in distress up on the bridge. And we all looked up, and some of the girls started crying. We were all frantic. We ended up calling the police, and they were in the area, luckily. It was very quick. They got there very quickly because they were looking for a missing kid who was in the area.
Oh, right.
Gosh.
And they came over, had their big flashlight shine up, and it turned out to just be a bunch of electrical wires.
That were making the noise.
What, that looked like a kid?
It looked like a body.
And
God.
was it making... Were the electrical wires making a noise that sounded like a kid, Hudson?
No. It was just moving like a body, because we couldn't hear anything. It was just moving like a body, and all our first thought was, it's this kid that
Oh, my God.
the police are looking for.
No, thank goodness it wasn't.
No,
Hopefully
no.
they found the child.
Hudson, thanks, buddy.
Dirk in Terrigal.
Dirk.
I love that. You are the first Dirk that we had, and I love that name.
Hey, Dirk.
Hey, Diggler.
There's one I haven't heard before. Morning all.
How are you? What happened to your brother, Dirk?
Well, so this is back in Johannesburg in South Africa many years ago. My brother's disgruntled because he's now broken up with a man she loves, and so she started doing things like putting his car up for sale. But my old man was a pastor in his church, and he used to run a Bible study at home on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And there would have been 30 cars outside the place, and so she's rung the cops and said, big drug deal going down. They get together every Tuesday night. You'll see all the cars outside.
Yeah.
So they've arrived with riot gear, choppers, dogs, the works, mate. They kicked the door in, literally rappelled through the window.
Oh, my God.
Started arresting people before they even realised what was going on.
Yeah.
The old man's going, mate, I'm just running Bible study here. What's going on? It was absolute mayhem, and you can imagine the dogs are in there. My old man's got his dogs. It was chaos.
Jeez.
Oh, my God.
Did the police turn around and then arrest her for the fake call?
Yeah, she got done a couple of times, mate. She used to ring in for carjackings, pretend that she'd been carjacked. So absolute psycho. I think I left South Africa to get away from her.
Oh, Dirk, that is an unbelievable story. Everyone would have been freaking out. Because you would have been praying, going, okay, my sins, I've got to cleanse my sins today, and then all of a sudden the door's getting kicked in and you've got a gun in your face.
And it's a likely story, isn't it? Bible study. Oh, okay,
Oh, yeah,
guys.
of course it is. What's in your Bible? Give us a look. How many grams are in there?
Well done, Dirk.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Not long to go. This is not a game.
Oh, Ant Middleton over here.
Oh.
Oh, you've got to do it. Like,
SAS?
Just seeing how sore
hate
you are.
doing
You've
SAS.
started a new physical education campaign.
Flew my PT up from Melbourne yesterday.
She took him to the supermarket to tell him what to buy.
Was there no PTs in Sydney?
No, you don't understand. This is a special program that I'm now on. It's a 6-week course, MDG. It's a life changer. You two can learn from what I bring in as an offering. So, I mean, I've taught you many things over the years. Let this be just an extension of your knowledge.
He's got 2 juices this morning, and he's very sore, Matt. So, but I'm saying after this 6-week course, you should go on SAS, mate.
I'm not into SAS.
This would be perfect for you. Take yourself out of your comfort zone.
I don't need to do SAS. I'm fine with what I am.
There's a lot of skeletons in that closet that need to come out. I mean, Craig McLachlan's doing this.
Classic
Jason Ackermanis. Who have we got? Anthony Mundine's in there.
Cassie.
Cocaine Cassie.
God, who else is in there? Timmy Robards muscling up.
Tim's done nothing wrong. What are you going to get out of Tim? Stephanie
Rice.
What
are you going to get out of Tim?
Peter Bowl, the 800-metre runner. He would have to mentally would be very tough. Lindy Klim.
Boyd Cordner will kill it.
Yeah, I think Boyd Cordner will win it.
I reckon you'll find Lindy Klim is tougher than you think. She's a superstar.
But we are. Everyone's looking. Is there
the trailer is exceptional. It's jarring, it's scary, it's intimidating.
It's in the Middle East, isn't it?
Well, I don't know where they've shot it, but it's in the middle of nowhere. It looks like something out of an Indiana Jones film.
Yeah.
So it goes for about 2 minutes, and it's like a short film. But it also looks like something you may have seen in some sort of desert warfare where there's terrorists and you're being thrown a bag over the head and then they're getting buried alive. Like, you look at some of the images and they're quite confronting.
Well, it's the only show that where if you do something wrong and your perception from the public is pretty bad, it's the only show that people are comfortable for you to go on. Because when you let's look over the years. I mean, Wayne Carey's been on it. I mean, Sammy Burgess had a couple of indiscretions. You go on there and you talk about it.
Well, that's the perfect person, isn't it? It's the outlet as well.
Well, Chappelle Corby.
Yep, Shaps did it. Have a listen to a bit of this promo here.
Deep in the desert, just like a speck of sand.
Get down, the enemy! Take cover!
You're now in charge of a live grenade.
What? I was found not guilty. He's trying to put a wire over my eyes!
With shame comes guilt.
Let's keep going. You are about to be buried alive.
Wow.
And then they're thrown into these pits, look like shallow graves.
Yeah. Buried alive.
If you think of Craig, I mean, he has a lot to prove here. I think that's how he'll be looking at it, won't he? His approach will be, I need to win this to prove that I'm strong and that I'm innocent. He just wants to get back to being Craig. I mean, what he's been through, we saw it on A Current Affair.
And before the haters say, yeah, you admitted because you were guilty, I am guilty.
Okay, have a little break.
I am.
Yeah, cut.
People. Look what they've done. When was the last time I just woke up in the morning and smiled?
Not easy for Craig.
It's going to be emotional for him, isn't it?
He's done some dark times.
He can go in there confidently and say that he was innocent.
Yep.
He was found innocent. So
completely.
This is the thing. This is more of a mental proving to himself that he can do something.
How's
like
the
this.
man going to go? Mundine. Is he fit enough?
Well, Chock's,
will he be okay?
Chock's mentally tough,
he is.
But you know, he's getting a bit older now.
Jason Ackermanis. The old Acker.
Well,
he'll have a bit to say, Acker.
I don't know.
He'll have plenty to say.
This one does look amazing because I think they did it up in Jindabyne before, but now
it was freezing.
This is over in the Middle East. It's like Guantanamo Bay, which I think they do that. They have to sit in a cell with bags over their head and they've got to listen to the worst music ever, which I think is Check 1 2 Craig McLachlan.
Yes.
They Hey Mona over and over.
They will be playing Hey Mona. They'll also play his stand-up from the footy show, I think, where he got up and did. I think it was quietly booed off stage, but they'll go through that.
Can I pose this question?
Oh, no, don't.
What's worse than poo? Other people's poo on you. I can tell you from experience.
It's
Craig might bring that up. I mean, I want to see a day off. Like, when you watch these shows and they go through torment after torment and the physical challenge, what about halfway through the series they just have a day off and everyone can have a couple of drinks? It's cocktails by the pool.
It's not bad.
Lindy Klim's a DJ.
Yeah.
So Lindy would get on the decks, the man would have a couple of stories, and Craig might do a bit of Rocky Horror Show.
When does it start? Does it say when it starts?
I don't know when it starts, but I can't wait. I'm in. I am in.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It's International Gym Day today. A round of applause for gyms everywhere.
Well done, guys. And gym goers.
Oh,
We also, the ironic thing this morning, I don't know if you heard Nev in Terrigal this morning gave us a call. Ironically, International Gym Day, and it's also International Milkshake Day.
Which has my vote.
Oh, is that why you were talking about it in 6 o'clock?
There's nothing wrong with blending the two of them. Hit the gym
Well, if
and
you've
then
been
hit the
to
milkshake.
if you've been to the gym, you have earned your milkshake.
Well said.
Rip into it.
Caramel one, preferably.
Interesting.
You've gone the caramel.
Very interesting.
Oh, definitely not chocolate, and definitely never, ever, even on my deathbed, I would never have a strawberry
I love
milkshake.
strawberry
Vanilla.
one.
What about vanilla?
Oh, vanilla's good if you can have the old school with the malt and everything.
the
like
French.
if
That's
you're out of
interesting.
town and you.
Why are the
Very
French
interesting.
associated with vanilla?
Well, they mastered the bean, didn't they?
Did they?
Oh, yeah. If you've ever seen the French on the bean, they are extraordinary.
Followed by. Don't worry, Kate. First text I actually sent this morning was to my trainer to cancel him for today.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, so that's how I have celebrated International Gym Day. But Spotify have put out a list of songs that get you up and about and get you in that gym. They make you want to work. They might make you want to run
It
further.
makes a difference.
I think it absolutely
Makes a
does to
huge
have
difference.
have a
Huge.
soundtrack to your working
Well,
out.
if you can find a beat that goes with how fast
Yep.
you're running on a treadmill,
Yes.
it's massive.
Yeah.
You
What-
can keep going.
Well, they're saying that a song that has like kind of strong, uninterrupted beat, so
Yep.
you're on the path, you're kind of on the road to success.
Like a Darude Sandstorm, or are we doing a big beat? Is it a dance beat?
What
or
do
can
you
it be
go
a-
for, Kate Ritchie?
Well,
Because you're an animal when it comes to the track.
I really do. I do have quite a few new ones. Look, I do think that a bit of Eminem, Lose Yourself, I mean, is always
Big time.
fantastic.
Mum spaghetti, yeah.
So yeah, and if you've seen the film,
Well, this
you
is
know
the
you
thing.
want to get out, you want to be better, and you want to achieve.
You only get one shot.
Greatness. What about you, Fitz?
Well, I always had this dream that if I was in the Olympics, right, and you're in the marathon, and you're coming second in the marathon, but you're about 500 metres behind the leader, and you know how in the marathon at the Olympics they always finish with a couple of laps in the huge stadium.
Yep.
Yeah, and the crowd begins.
The crowd's there, so
build.
I'm around about 400 metres behind, 2 laps to go coming into the stadium.
Well, you never win it.
And then they play this over, and everyone in the stadium is just yelling out thunder. Thunder, Fitzy.
Can you hear the crowd, or are you just in the zone?
Yeah, it's really loud, and I'm just mowing this guy down.
Yep.
And I'm just, with a lap to go, it's a 200-metre lead, and here he comes.
Just
and
the
I
song.
just picture myself. I mean, I've only been on the treadmill for 2 minutes.
Wow.
They've been running for over 2 hours.
And you are coming through.
And I just pick him at the end.
I know you've got a new training regime.
Yeah.
Whip. What would your song of choice be?
Thanks so much for the invitation to share 2 days of cleanse at the moment.
He's a bit sore at the
Had a
moment.
massive. Your arms are killing me. Had a massive workout yesterday. Got smashed by my trainer. Flew her up from Melbourne. But what we did yesterday is we work out hardcore.
How often is she coming?
Went to the supermarket yesterday to find out what to buy from there.
I think that's good.
Yeah, because I needed to be told. I need a little bit of SAS about me. And then she cooked all afternoon, which is great. We cooked in the kitchen.
You finally found the woman of your dreams.
I cut up the pumpkin and then she flew home.
Well, he's not happy this morning, though. He's really not happy
What
at
are
all.
you talking about?
He's sore.
Well, I noticed his arms must be sore because he never made me a coffee when I came in. So I can't
Well, you know what? I'm off the coffee for 2 days, but I still bought pods in for you. Now that's called love. Can we get back to my choice of song?
What's your song?
Rage Against the Machine.
You can't run to this though.
Yes, you
This isn't a running one.
Yeah,
it's a bit. It's a bit of a like an animal.
Most of the time I'm wrestling. Just myself. Tommy, you got Missy Higgins' Scar. You work out a lot to that.
Yeah, I think it's just a real upbeat one for my workout, guys.
Can
Absolutely.
I get to the list though that Spotify have put out? I mean, we don't need to go through all of them, I guess, but it's a current one because coming in at like number 10 is "Rush" by Troye Sivan.
Okay, it's a great song. And if you've seen the
That's a
film
good
clip as
running
well,
one.
they're dancing and working out. There's a lot of sweat going on there.
Oh, yeah.
He's forgotten to put his pants on.
He
though.
did.
love it.
Yeah, the crotch is missing out. It's
my favourite
Oh my
song.
goodness!
His strides.
Well, you need a bit of air in the gym, don't
You've
you?
got to let it breathe.
Don't have all those synthetics in that area.
Oh my God, the microfibers.
America Has a Problem. I don't know that song.
America Has a Problem.
This feels a bit low vibe for me. 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. It's very Craig David, isn't it?
They're not
Well,
as
Scott Days
aggressive
at the
as
weekend, yeah.
your songs. And now, because it is an international list, I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of these, but
Go
it's
for it.
Toca or Trompete.
Oh,
Toca,
Trompete, yeah. This is my favourite. He's Moroccan.
What are you This is, you know what exercise this is?
Smoking
this
a
is
doobie?
like North Bondi
Yes.
in the outdoor
gym.
gym.
This is Zumba.
You're at the beach. Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exercise too. Lay low.
Oh,
Okay.
this is big group stuff, man. We love
La
that.
Bacata.
Oh, La Bacata, yeah. My favourite.
Laba half Carter.
El Merengue.
The Pavlova song, El Merengue.
Oh, the culture vulture. Look at her go.
Oh, how about this one? One Kiss. Can you...
Oh, yeah.
This
Dua
is
Lipa.
quite... I think a bit of Dua Lipa is always a bit of fun in
See,
the
this
gym.
is a good beat. Yeah, so you could see yourself running on a treadmill.
Yeah.
This is just... The next one coming in at number 2 is something to do with the music sessions, volume 53.
What, doesn't even have a name?
And then we end with Los del Espacio.
This is number 1, is it?
Yeah.
Pistachio.
Turn it up, Jess.
I don't know if it's very Sydney workout
So the next
vibe.
time I can hear that, it's you getting around Centennial Park.
I'll tell you what,
With the dog.
this makes me want to run away.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Am I a bad friend if I no longer want to be part of group birthday presents in my friendship group?
I get that.
This is the question I want to talk about this morning. I mean, give us a call, 13 24 10, if you have a great way of removing yourself from that
Is it
group.
a power play to step outside of the group and go, well, I sort of know them a little bit better than that, so I'll be organising something special, but by all means, you guys over there, you do your group thing.
No, you know what a bigger power play is that you get everyone together and go, guys, we're in our 30s now. Do we really need a gift for each other every year?
Oh, I do think it is nice. Maybe even if it's like a handful, not your,
Your special event.
Right.
Like your handful of really good friends. I think sometimes people tend to pool their funds so that they can get something maybe a little
Every
bit better,
year?
so you don't get a candle
No,
every
not
birthday.
every year, but I'm quite a fan of it too, Kate, because I'm quite lazy in the gift giving.
You
when
like
it
someone
comes
else to organise
Yeah, so
it.
somebody else says, hey, we're doing a group gift. Great, tell me how much you want and let's move on.
But that's thoughtless.
That is thoughtless, but if that's on behalf of the group,
Wait,
then
what-
that's on behalf of the group.
When you get to a certain age, though, and you have family, what else do you need? This is the thing.
Well, I'm only talking about this because it came up in conversation at the hairdressers the other day, and then I saw an article overnight where this woman, they are now in their 20s, and when they were younger, they did decide to pool the funds. I know what you mean. What on earth does anyone really need? But if you put all your money together, you can buy maybe, a flashy dinner out somewhere, or concert tickets, or maybe a little cooking course or something like that. That's a bit more than, say, another book. Because let's be honest, you don't really need anything. But they're getting to a point now where not everyone has $50 to add to the pool of money, and how do you extricate yourself from it without sounding like you don't want to be involved? At the hairdressers the other day, this woman was having the same discussion with me, saying that she had
salon chat.
Yeah, oh, I love it. I love
she's
it.
done a great job, by the way. Fantastic.
Who are
It's
you
beautiful,
bitching about,
beautiful
Kate?
blonde bob.
I wasn't.
Give me
I
a
wasn't.
break.
I'm lucky to get the chair in my hairdressers because there's another Kate Ritchie that goes there.
That's right.
Well, what are the chances?
Oh, save
But
it.
the weird thing is the other Kate Ritchie doesn't really want to acknowledge you.
Well, no, it's not that she doesn't want to acknowledge me. It was very awkward when I went in there. And maybe she didn't know I was the other Kate Ritchie. But I knew she was.
Does she look like you at all?
I don't think so.
Brunette?
That would be even weirder.
No.
What are the chances?
What are the chances of having a doppelganger with the identical name?
Kate Ritchies are there in Sydney, Tommy? We should get them together.
There are a few when I go to, when I go to vote, or sometimes when you go in and you're shopping and they pull you up on the website to kind of collate what you've bought in that store. They'll sometimes say, "Oh, are you Kate Ritchie at blah blah blah?" Or "Is this your phone number?" And I'm like, what do you mean? There's another one of me.
Here's a great exercise for everyone to do. If you have quite a common name, I mean, Ryan Fitzgerald's not that common, but on Instagram, I had a Ryan Fitzgerald message me, DM me, with all the other Ryan Fitzgeralds around the world.
Oh, Ryan group chat.
We started having conversations with each other.
And were you
And I
alike?
felt like I knew them.
God, COVID was tough, wasn't
There
it?
was a couple of weirdos in there, but it was great.
Yeah.
Like there was a
Friday
community.
night with all the Ryan Fitzgeralds.
There was over in the US as well. There was a Ryan party. People were sending me this video of all the Ryans in the area. They put up flyers in the area. If you're named Ryan, rock up to this place for a party.
And you couldn't get there?
Around about 80 people rocked up, and they just felt like they had a connection.
Tommy, you
I think you
suggested
need to get out more. I think there's a Kate Ritchie that works at GWS.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I've Googled... Oh, I've just dobbed myself in for Googling.
when the Google alerts come up.
Oh no, I don't know. My friend told me when she Googled me that there's a celebrant. Oh, there I am. Oh, nice photo.
Great picture.
Maily Dahl again.
And somebody at GWS.
Really?
At the football club.
Tommy organised a room full of Kate Ritchies.
Love
Let's have a Kate
No,
Ritchie.
one is enough. One is enough.
Kate Ritchie Red Room.
It would. You know what would be the best as well if we find out if there's a more successful Kate Ritchie.
Oh, there must be.
Like someone who's
But that's okay. And what's
she
funny
owns
about that?
Canva or something, and she's just an absolute billionaire.
Well, I think it depends what your idea of success is.
It's a really good point.
Kate.
It's a really good point.
Cool.
No, so true.
You know,
well said.
we're
Best
all
thing
the
you've said
same.
Hey,
all day.
we're talking about gift giving to friends,
yeah, that's
and the
right.
group. Tara's given us a call from Eastwood. You've had family members pull out. What's happening, Tara?
Yeah, so it was super awkward. The whole family's gathered around for Christmas, and my two younger siblings, being from that generation, don't believe in waste and, like, gimmicky gifts like slippers, body wash, that kind of thing. It's all just a big waste of time, waste of money, and waste of resources.
Agree.
So they've pulled out of presents, which I completely understand because I'm obviously closer age to my younger siblings. But my parents and older sister didn't take it very well at first. It was a bit like, well, you know, we love giving presents, so you should respect our wishes. And
So
then
what
them
was
saying,
it?
well, we respect that, but we don't do gifts. And if you give us stuff, not only are we not accepting it, but we will full on reject it because it's, you know, we're taking a stand, like no more crappy gifts.
No more paper, no more landfill.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much junk at Christmas time.
That's a great way to approach it. Just say, let's do this for the environment.
Yeah,
we
but
don't need to buy junk.
What do you do, though, at Christmas if you can't give gifts? You have to sit around and talk to your family.
Oh, that's
Come
true.
on. You know what? Do your
That's
Kris
not a gift.
Kringle. You buy one gift and then you share it. Everyone gets to share it. Buying everybody a gift
Yeah,
every
we've cut
year.
We've cut that out. We Kris Kringle it now.
Give me a break.
What do you mean one present to share? Like you buy a blow-up pool for
No.
everyone to jump in on the day?
Everybody buys.
You get
and
a name.
And it's always humorous as well, Kate. You buy a gift that you know is going to get a bit of a laugh. And over the years, what I've done,
Oh, here we go.
I've got a box of, let's just say it's Haig's chocolates, but when you... no, actually, it's something else. and it's a box saying that it's, let's say it's a shaver.
Yep.
Right? But when you open the box, there's Haig's chocolates
That's
in there
funny,
and nobody
yeah.
knows.
That's quite a surprise.
With Kris Kringle, Kate. So you pick out your name out of a hat, then you go through, you get to choose a gift, you see what that gift is, and then the next person has the opportunity to take that gift off you or to pick up a new gift.
I've stopped listening.
It's a really great game.
I know.
It's-
All I can see is a very excited man in front of me, but I can't
I'm
hear a
not
word you're
listening.
saying.
Neither am
Give me
I.
a break. All I know is that I've got the scorched almonds and you can all go and get
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.